Look, welcome to Terry's Tips, guys. Get a notebook, get a pen. I'm going to tell you right now, today's video is going to be different, okay? And I am led by the spirit, not by the social media algorithm. And so I really felt a need to share with you guys, why I started this business and how I started this business, but to be transparent about the story, the catalyst that was behind all of this, because my biggest regret in life is not starting sooner. Guys, this business right here, I started in 2017 with nothing but a laptop, a printer, a cell phone, my dining room table, a vision, and God. And that is the truth, guys. And now I'm living and my boys are living a life that I never even imagined. And it all started with my mother passing away at the age of 59, going to sleep one night and not waking back up, and me saying, you know what? I need to start now. Because I was not able to keep the promises I made to her. Guys, nugget right here. You're running out of time. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to fluff you. I'm going to tell you the story of why I started my business and how I started my business. I'm going to give you takeaways and action items through the entire video because it's not about me. I was like, something was just in my spirit, like, Terry, share this story. Terry, share this story. I have so many testimonies. You guys have no idea. This is a wealth building ministry. And there's somebody out here who needs to hear this. And mind you, I'm saying start the business, but guys, you out there, fill in the blank, buy the house, retire your spouse, help your children start their business, open up the restaurant, have that side hustle, move to a different state, have the nonprofit, have the scholarship fund, whatever that thing is, you need to do it now. It's urgent and you are running out of time. My biggest regret is not getting started sooner, okay? So let me go back and tell you how this business right here started, okay? And how you can do it too, with even if you have bad credit, even if you have, no business credit, guys, that's a bunch of excuses. I have over 1,000 videos on this channel right here that will tell you the technical things to get business credit and to build business credit and to do your personal credit and to do funding. But that's not how I started this business. I started this business because I made a decision to get it done, because the promises I made to my mother, I did not get to fulfill because she passed away before she saw any of this, before any of this manifested. Don't let that be your story. But the next thing I want you to write down is believe bigger, faster. So guys, when you look at somebody, you never know the story. And so I look like I have it all together. I look like I have everything figured out. But guys, that's not how this story started. It started with foster care. It started with group homes. It started with shelters. It started with both of my parents, my mom that I'm talking about right now, being addicted to drugs. So I was very unstable. I also had really bad asthma. And so I was in and out of, hospitals and traumatic, right? The beginning part of my life was being scared, being confused, being out of control, just being worried, just very unstable, right? And I bounced around and I was mad at the world, y'all. Like, I was not this person at all. You fast forward to me at the age of 17, becoming a mother, right? And I'm a mother, I'm a teen mom, right? Because I'm out of control. I'm living in all different places. Sometimes I have adult supervision, sometimes I don't, right? And I want you to think about this. Pause right here. So at this point, I'm a minority, I'm a female, I'm from a broken home, and I'm a teen mom. So all of the dialogue, everything that is being kind of poured into me is you're going to be on welfare, you destroyed your life, you ain't going to be anything. All the odds were stacked against me. And guys, the reason why some of you need to hear this is because all the excuses in the world, I want you to understand that somebody took your same situation and won. Something catastrophic happened for you to actually take that leap and actually get it done. Because the person I was trying to go back and save, besides my boys, was my mom. Nugget. Do not be a victim of your circumstances. The thing that was meant to break you, that you think was meant to break you, is actually your motivation to go harder. It's actually the reason why you must get it done. Period. So when I became a mom at the age of 17, I said, pause. I said, my son will not grow up like me. It's like a switch flip, guys. Like I immediately, like I graduated from high school. I went ahead and I got a job because I couldn't go away to college because I already had like a little baby with me. We're going to put the baby in the dorm room, right? And so I just knew that I needed something. I went ahead and I went to a trade school so I could get skills, computer skills. And guys, looking good on paper changed my entire life. This is a wealth building ministry. Again, I'm not led by the social media algorithm. I'm led by the Spirit. And somebody needs to hear this, because with all of those things stacked against me, pregnancy, teen mom, parents addicted to drugs, broken home, foster care, group homes, shelters. Guys, kids are cruel. I used to get teased. I don't have the best clothes. I don't have the best hair. Like I'm having to go to new schools and meet people. Like it was a hot, chaotic mess, and I was angry at the world. That's the beginning of the evolution of Terry. That's the beginning. That's how my story started, right? And so, but with all of those things stacked against me, when I became a mom, that things that made me be like, not today. This will not be his reality. Guys, nugget right here. Whatever that generational curse is for your family, whether it's drugs, whether it's addiction, whether it's divorce, whether it's abuse, guys, usually you out there, you're either going to continue that cycle or you're going to break it. If everybody in your family is an alcoholic, sometimes you're an alcoholic. Or if everybody's in your family is an alcoholic, sometimes you're somebody who doesn't drink at all. And that's what I did. I said, my son will not grow up like me. Guys, I bought the first house at the age of 21 while only making $14 an hour because of looking good on paper. I do this for real. I worked for TransUnion. I didn't have anybody to help me. I didn't have anybody to guide me. Guys, I just knew that I did not want my son to grow up like me. And I hustled. I did it with the muscle. Look, and when I learned about credit, everybody else was going to Miami and going on girls trips and going all these things. And I was buying a house. Real talk. Okay? So you fast forward, I have my son. I buy my house at the age of 21. Guys, that very first property, was it a mansion? Absolutely not. It was a 3-bedroom row home in Upper Darby. But where did I come from? Came from group homes, shelters, foster care, moving all around between living with different friends at different times. So it was my belief house, guys. That very first property was my belief house. That was where I understood that if I look good on paper, I can change the reality for not only me, but for my son. Now I'm a single mother of 3. Nugget right there. When I started my business in 2017, I was a single mother of 3. With no family. I have no family. It's me and my boys. I have no family. It's me and my boys. So when my videos sound a little bit different and I'm a little bit passionate and I speak life into you guys and I try to let you know to stop playing around with this, I'm telling you for a reason. I'm not telling you for likes. I'm not telling you for comments. I'm telling you because it's the truth. I'm telling you because you need to hear. I'm telling you because you're losing sight of why you're doing this and who is depending on you. Because if you're really the person who is meant to break the cycle, then you need to stop playing around. I'll do it next year. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next week. No, do it now. Do it now. Do not put it off. So that very first house let me know that looking good on paper can change my life. But more importantly, also becoming a mom let me know the power of forgiveness. It let me know that sometimes we blame other people around us for our circumstances, but we don't know their story. So I had been forgiving my mom for everything that happened in my life, because that forgiveness, how many of you know, come on somebody, I'm a believer. How many of you know that forgiveness is for you, not for the other person? It doesn't mean that she was right. It doesn't mean she's excused. It means that I could no longer, come on somebody, I could no longer hold that anger, hold that pain, hold that resentment. I could no longer hold all of that into me and to grow and evolve into the woman I needed to be for my son. So I forgave my mom. But look at God, because she cleaned up her life and we ended up having an adult relationship. And it was beautiful, guys. Like my mom, she got a chance to meet, my son, my oldest son, my 2 little boys, right? So I have 3 sons right now. My mom got a chance to meet them and she was the best grandmommy ever. Like guys, sometimes I think it was almost like redemption, right? Like it was like, okay, I couldn't do these things for Terry, but she was the best grandmom. I mean, baking them stuff and making them things, and she handmade their Christmas stockings, and just always, especially my oldest son, because he was the only grandchild for a while, and it was beautiful. And it was beautiful. Guys, I made my mom 3 promises, and I need you to hear this, right? Because her passing away is what made me say, I need to do this now. I don't have it all figured out. I don't have the money. I have a gift. I know how to help people, but I don't know how to be an entrepreneur, and I did it anyway. And this business right here is an international brand with 20 streams of income where I've helped thousands of people, and I'm a single mother of 3, with nobody in my family being an entrepreneur, nobody being in a business owner, nobody being investing in real estate, nobody. I made my mom 3 promises. I said, I'm going to buy you a house. I said, I'm going to take you on a cruise for your 60th birthday. And you're going to see me walk the stage as a sapphire in organo, guys. So, the beginning of me kind of transitioning out of corporate America and out of kind of going through and getting my degrees, which I did go back and get both of my degrees. I have 2 degrees from Villanova University. That's a shout out to all my Wildcats, okay? For everybody who has circumstances and people are telling you, no, you can't get it done. That's a whole line. I bind it up. That's a whole line. I bind it up, because not only am I a business owner and an investor, but I have 2 degrees from Villanova University, but it's not because of me. Come on, somebody. All the glory goes to God, because this was not supposed to be my life. And this is why I use my platform to not only give you guys the financial stuff, the real estate stuff, the business stuff, but to speak life into you, because this was not supposed to be my life. He had his hand on me, Jesus. And you're supposed to use your gift to serve others. So when you focus on serving, he will bless it. You're focused on the wrong thing. Just start doing the work. So I was in network marketing, organo, okay? And there was a leadership role called Sapphire. And I said, Mom, you're going to see me become a Sapphire. I'm going to fly you to Vegas. You're going to see me walk the stage. February 2017, my mom is 59 years old. She goes to sleep and she does not wake up. So I'm literally at the First District Plaza in Philadelphia. Shout out to all my organo people, because every Tuesday we had a briefing. Nugget, be consistent. Nugget, some of the stuff you're doing right now is preparing you for the thing that is your destiny walk. And I was literally doing a presentation for organo when I got the phone call that my mom had passed away. Now pause. February 2017. I started the network marketing in 2015. Guys, this video is not about network marketing. This video is about the fact that you're running out of time and believe bigger, faster. Because when she passed away, I remember being angry. I was angry at God. I was like, how could you take my mom away from me? And I'm just starting to have a relationship with her. Like, I'm just building this. Like, why now? Why now? At this point, I'm still at my job. I'm still at a job. I still had a job, right? And I'm doing network marketing, and I'm knowing, because I'm around leaders, I'm around multimillionaires, I'm around people who are talking about goals and about tithing, about journaling. I have been exposed. To something different. So even though I had a 6-figure job, I had a great title at this point, I was miserable at my job. I was miserable. And look good on the outside, guys. I had a great title. I had a great job. I had a great salary. I was miserable. My mom went to sleep, didn't wake back up, and I knew that I had not fulfilled not one of my promises to her. At this point, I could not buy her a house. I couldn't take her on a cruise for her 60th birthday, but I could still become a sapphire in organo. And you guys may be like, well, it's not that deep. It was, because it was about keeping my word. Nugget. And this, I need somebody to feel this right here. Are you keeping the promises you made to yourself? Forget everybody else. What did you tell yourself you deserve? What did you tell yourself that you desire? What lifestyle did you see for yourself? What did you say you were going to do? Did you say you were going to buy the house? Did you say you want to start the business? Did you say you were going to retire your spouse? Did you say you're going to send your kids to college? What promises did you make to you that you have not fulfilled? Because that's what it was about. I said it out of my mouth, and now I could not do those things, but there was one thing I could still do. And that very next month, guys, March 2017, I hit Sapphire in Organo, which meant that that actual month I sold $15,100 worth of coffee, and I helped 5 other people become leaders. And guys, for everybody who follows me on social media, you can go all the way back to 2017 and see me walk the stage, see the flyers, see all of those things. Why is that important? Believe bigger, faster. From February 2017, when my mom passed away, to March 2017, when I hit that goal that I was trying to hit all the way from 2015, what was the difference? Absolutely, positively nothing, except for I made a promise. I made a decision, and I said, I must get this done. I promised my mom. So when I hit that goal that very next month, it unlocked a whole nother level, right? The house was first level. Looking good on paper can change your life. My mom passing away was you're running out of time. And then me hitting Sapphire that very next month was, I had the ability, I had it in me all this time. And the only person that was standing in my way was me. Because as soon as I made a decision to get it done, it manifested. Now you fast forward to July 2017 when I started this business. That's the month that she would have been 60 years old. Nothing but a laptop, a cell phone, a printer, and a dream, because I knew I was miserable at my job. And I knew at this point that if I put my mind to something, I would figure it out and get it done. Believe bigger, faster. Some of you guys have somebody depending on you, and the longer you wait, you're going to look up one day and that person may not even be there. My mom did not get a chance to see any of this. Not one video, not one trip, not one testimonial from you, nothing. And if she was the catalyst for me starting all of this, that I thank her, right? All of those things that happened to me in my childhood, they were not meant to break me, right? I'm able to adapt. I know I don't get scared, when things look drastic. I have empathy. I don't judge other people. All of those things, having that strong relationship with God to get me through some scary situations, are what made me the woman that I am today. So I thank her, right? And she had some crazy circumstances that led her to be someone who was on drugs, who turned to substances to ill the things that were kind of troubling and tormenting her. Guys, nuggets, stop judging people because you don't know their story. So for you out there, I need this to start my business, I need that. You don't. 5 things I did to start my business. 5 things. Number 1, I made a decision. I said, I am going to start my business the month that would have been my mom's 60th birthday, and I did incorporate, and I started. That was it. I have a business, I'm starting, that's it. The second thing is have a product or service. In the beginning of my business, guys, I was doing personal credit repair. Clients were $550. I had to wait for them to pay me. I did not have my YouTube channel, guys. I didn't start my YouTube channel until 2020. And I want you guys to hear this, guys, because I started my business in 2017. In 2019, I was a sponsor for Eric Thomas's Verified event. Guys, the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And then in 2019 and 2020, I became the credit coach for Jamal King, shout out to all my Make Real Estate Real people, 9 to 5 millionaire, for the #1 real estate course in the world. Single mother of 3, foster care, teen mom, started her business with her dining room table. But God, He will bless it. But faith without works is dead. You have to do the work. Stop waiting because you're running out of time. Because my mom could have seen all of this had I stopped wasting and doubting and coming up with excuses. You don't need all that. You just need to get started. So the second thing, like I said, I had a product or service. I'm helping clients with personal credit. I wasn't even doing business credit back then. The clients are $550, and I was helping people specifically buy properties. Why? Because my life changed when I bought that very first house. So I was known for the person to help people get houses. You invest $550 for credit repair, and the outcome is a $200,000 mortgage pre-approval, a $500,000 mortgage pre-approval, a $100,000 mortgage pre-approval. Everybody was getting return on investment. So what is your product or service? And just start doing the work, helping the people. Number 3, I partnered with other brands and services and people that needed my help. Realtors, lenders. Guys, in the very beginning of my business, almost 90% of the people that came to me were a referral from realtors and from lenders. Why? Because if you have a realtor who wants to sell a house, but somebody doesn't have a mortgage pre-approval, well, then they can't sell a house. They need the credit. So I would help people repair their credit. And then they would get approved for the mortgage pre-approval. So the lender helped get something. And then the realtor was able to sell a house. It's a win-win for everybody. The client was able to buy a house. I was able to help somebody improve their credit. The lender was able to give somebody a mortgage. The realtor was able to sell a house. It was a win-win situation. So in the beginning of my business, you see me at all kinds of fairs, all kinds of church events, all kinds of first-time home buying seminars. So for you out there, what is your product or service and who needs it, right? Are you somebody that does lashes? Well, maybe you're partnering with nail salons and hair salons and fashion people and photographers. Are you a landscaper? Maybe you're going to apartment buildings. Maybe you're going to schools. What is your product or service and who needs your product or service? Because partnering helped me tremendously. The 4th thing is I told everybody. Guys, nugget. People cannot support you if they don't know what you're doing. So my neighbors, my coworkers, everybody knew what I was doing. I started my business part-time in the evenings, in the weekends, on my lunch, while I was still working a job, right? I left my big job, then realized I needed some money because I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. I went back into a contract position and then gave myself 12 months to use my employer as my investor while I was building my brand, my legacy, my empire. And the 5th thing, guys, is to capture those results and share them so you can scale. Capture results and scale. Does your product or service do what you say it's going to do? Because now I've helped thousands of people across the nation, and it's not because of me. I give all glory to God because I had some dark, dark days. And I used to always see glimpses of me speaking. And I used to always hear, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, guys. My son, when I became a mom at the age of 17, he gave me a reason to live because I was on a road of self-destruction. Believe bigger, faster. I grew everything else after I made a decision to get started. And my laptop, my cell phone, my printer, and God. That's how this brand right here started in 2017. So guys, the final takeaway for you is he wouldn't have given you the vision if he didn't also give you the ability to make it manifest. If you saw it in your mind, it's already yours. Get started now. Amen.